everybody, welcome back. Today is another drugstore tutorial for you. Again, it is all mixed brands. On my eyes, I'm using a brand new palette that I got from NYC. It is called Urban Spice. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I used my new NYC palette, keep watching, it's coming right up. Okay, so I'm going to moisturize with a little bit of my Garnier Moisture Rescue Refreshing Gel Cream. I've actually had this for a long time. I don't use it a whole lot. And not because I don't like it, but why don't I use this? It feels really good on my skin. This is kind of like, I almost kind of feel like this is for days when you don't have a whole lot of dry skin, or your skin doesn't feel like it needs a lot of moisture, because it's very light. Okay, I'm going to do things a little bit out of order. I'm going to go ahead and start with my eyebrows, and I'm using my Prestige Brow Perfection pencil in medium deep. Okay, brows are done. We're going to move on to eyes, and I picked this up. This is from Drew Barrymore's Flower Collection at Walmart. This is a cream eyeshadow, and it is called Flirty Floret. And I chose this because it's a really nice sort of copper color. The look that I'm doing today is kind of like copper's really pretty for fall. Ooh, that's really creamy. That's what it looks like. It comes with this little stamper thing on top, so hopefully this isn't messy. I have no idea like the consistency of this or what it was going to sort of look like. I was kind of hoping that it was going to be a little bit more of like a solid, kind of like the color tattoos, but it is not. So we'll see how this goes on. I'm hoping that once it's on, maybe it dries a little bit and won't stay so creamy. I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush. It's actually a concealer brush, but I like to use it for cream products. Oh my gosh, this color is so pretty. It is quite wet though, so I'm hoping that it kind of dries. Maybe it goes to like a powdery type finish, I'm hoping. You see, guys, see how pretty that is? It looks more brown now. It's kind of like a coppery brown, but a little more on the brown side, if that makes any sense. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, and just this one from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just going to go right here in the crease and blend that out. This was, I think it was like $8 at Walmart, and I had talked, there's Daisy. Hi puppy. Hi puppy. And there she goes. Okay, so I really like that. I think this color is awesome. And like I said, it is, the formulation of this is wet. So for those of you that are kind of new to makeup or new to using any kind of like cream bases, just start with a minimal amount of product, and then just kind of build up. Because if you start off with too much, I could definitely see how it would be easy to sort of lose control of like the blending. So it did dry nicely. It doesn't feel tacky or wet, which I'm very glad for, because to tell you guys the truth, I was a little bit worried about it remaining a little too tacky. Okay, so the eyeshadows that we're using, this is a brand new trio that NYC has recently put out. It is called Urban Spice, and it's really, really pretty for fall. I haven't even opened it yet. I actually just bought it today. I had my eye on this about a week or a week and a half ago when I did my other, I did an e.l.f. I did a drugstore tutorial where I used an e.l.f. eyeshadow. And when I went to the store, I actually went to Kmart. I never go to Kmart, which I don't know why, because the Kmart by my house, they actually carry like Milani and Jordana and things like that, e.l.f. They actually recently started carrying Real Techniques brushes, not all of them, but some of them. But I was eyeballing this when I was there last week, and the colors are just really pretty for fall. And of course, you guys know that lately I'm really into greens. So these are the colors, just really, really pretty. And I thought that this would look nice over this copper color. So we'll see. What are you doing, little girl? She's in here hiding. She's probably the most nervous dog I've ever had in my life. She actually makes me a little bit nervous. So I'm going to use this brush here. This is referred to as a smudge brush, but it's just a brush that I got from Target. I think it was like $1.99. I'm going to start with this color here. I'm going to press this in. You going to work? Josh! Oh, can you close that? Did Joshua leave already?
He left and I came back.
Oh. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to start with this color here. This color here on the brush. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. We'll see how this works out. I'm just going to press this in over the top. That really is a very pretty color. It's kind of like a rosy brown, which I like. So you guys can see the difference here. It's very pretty. These NYC little trios are actually very nice. They're not overly powdery. The pigmentation is quite nice on them. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take some more of that and I'm going to drag it along my lower lash line, and I'm just going to use the same brush. I really like it very smoky on the bottom. You guys obviously don't have to apply that much, but I like it rather smoky, so I tend to drag the color down pretty. I'm going to switch palettes here. I'm going to go back into this e.l.f. palette. This is the Beautiful Browns palette, and I'm going to use this color here. This is just referred to as the lid color, and I'm actually going to put that through my crease. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I blended out the original color. It's just going to go right in here. And these palettes are only $2. I got mine at Target. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm just looking in the mirror behind me. Sometimes it helps when you're blending out eyeshadows or blushes. It helps to look at a mirror that has a little bit more distance than, let's say, the mirror that's right directly in front of me. I find that I can make things appear more symmetrical when I kind of look at a mirror that has some distance from my face. Okay, back to the NYC palette. I'm going to take this lighter color, and that is going to go right into my inner corner here. Boy, that's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. The color's a lot prettier than I thought. To be honest, I was a little iffy about that highlight color, but it's subtle, and I like that, especially with a look like this. I'm going to go a little bit out of order, and I'm going to go ahead and line. So I'm going to use this Pjsbeautyshop. It's a liquid eyeliner from Jordana. And for those of you that have problems lining your eyes, and this one's in black, these types of liners are really easy to use. They're a felt tip. So I just lay it on my lashes and sort of pull out. I like these felt tip pens also because you can really wiggle it in between your lashes so that you don't have any gaps there. Okay, so liner is on. Now what I'm going to do is go back into my palette. We're going to take the green. I'll zoom in here for you guys. I'm just going to take some of the green. And I'm using a Real Techniques accent brush for this part. Yeah. And it's just going to go into this outer crease. And I'm being very deliberate about where I'm putting this color because I don't want a whole lot of dark, just enough, or just a little, I should say. I'm going to take my Japanesque brush here, the one that I used for my inner corner, and just lightly blend this out. So we just want a little bit of a dark area at that outer corner. So just tilt your head back, kind of press it into the outer crease, and just slightly onto your lid. And then blend. The next thing I'm going to do is just take a matte black color and I'm going to press it into my lash line where I put my liner, just to darken that area up a little bit more. And I'm just using a regular eyeliner brush to press in the eyeshadow. Okay, up next is mascara. I got this one here from Revlon. It is the Lash Potion by Growlicious Volume and Length Mascara, and I got mine in the blackest black. I've been having problems with my eyelashes. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I went through chemotherapy for a long time. I don't know if it's just I'm getting older and hormones and things like that. So I know that like lashes and brows will start to sort of thin out a bit. I don't know. It is quite annoying, I must admit. So I'm going to try this for a while, see what happens. Hopefully I like the formula. I am not one for very wet mascaras. A lot of times when I buy mascara, I will open it from the package and I won't use it for like 2 weeks. And then I'll pull it out and start to use it because I really don't like very wet mascara. So we'll see. Brush isn't too bad. Oh, this isn't very wet at all. I like that. Not bad. I was a little bit worried. Okay, so far I like it. So I'm going to allow my lashes to dry a little bit before I put anything on the lower lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and put my foundation on. And so far I really like this foundation a lot. It is the new L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder. I just really like using it. It feels good on my skin. This actually says on the back of the bottle, for best results, just use your finger to blend. So I just really go like this onto my finger and just kind of dot it around. Now this is a very light coverage. It's not heavy at all, like I said before in my other video. So if you're a full coverage kind of person, you might want to put some kind of like powder foundation over the top, or just not use it. But it feels so good. Like once you rub it into your skin, it really does feel very nice. I like it. I use my Garnier BB eye roll-on, and this is in, I don't know the color, but this is what it looks like. Do they sell these in the United States? Because I think this is something that Jem sent me. I think Jem sent this to me, or maybe it was Gypsy. I can't remember. Somebody sent this to me from overseas. And I must find my brush. And this is just my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I was looking at I have one more set of brushes that I need to get from Real Techniques, which I haven't picked up yet, and it's the one with the multitasker brush in it. There's a domed shadow brush in there, and I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's like some kind of maybe like a foundation brush, I can't remember. And there is a kabuki, but I'm not like a really big fan of kabuki brushes. I don't know why. I just never have been. And I'm just kind of taking a little bit of this concealer around places that I feel like I need a little more coverage. I have some redness and some unevenness, and lately, and I don't go out in the sun very often, and when I do, oh, somebody was asking me what sunscreen I use, and it's one from Neutrogena. I can't remember the name of it because I ran out of it. And lately I've just been putting on moisturizer that has SPF in it. But this one's actually good for applying under makeup. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. So far I am really liking this look today. I think it's very pretty. What I'm going to do now is take a fluffy brush, if I can find one. I've got 4 million brushes in front of me, but I can never find the right one. I'm going to take a little bit of my Milani multitasker powder on a fluffy brush, and this is just one from Target. And I'm going to run this right underneath my eyebrow. And then I'm going to powder over the rest of my face. And I'm just going to use my Real Techniques brushes. For my under eye area, I'm going to use the setting brush here. And then for the rest of my face, I'm just going to use this buffing brush, and I'm just going to press the powder in. And I tell people, if you don't like to powder, then don't powder. If you feel you just need it in certain places, then just powder in certain places. I prefer to powder my whole face. Typically what I do is I just kind of press it in the middle here, and then in this outer portions of my face I will kind of buff it in. Okay, and then for my cheeks I'm going to use my Milani Luminoso blush, one of my favorites, on this Real Techniques. This is just a contour brush. And these blushes are quite pigmented, so that's why I'm kind of just sweeping it along my face. Okay, and then for my bronzer, I'm just going to use this one from e.l.f. and it is referred to as Sun-Kissed. That's what it looks like. And I'm just going to use my Real Techniques Duo Fiber brush. Oh my gosh, I just realized that my camera was kind of crooked. I hope it wasn't like, I hope that just kind of happened. And I'm just going to lightly sweep this across my forehead. And I mean just very lightly. Right at the hairline. And then under my cheekbone here. And then I'm just going to kind of pull up. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to use this. This is a jumbo lip glossy stick from e.l.f. And this is called Pink Umbrellas. I like these because they roll up and they roll down. And here's the color. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. I like that color. Yes, I do. I like that a lot. Okay, so here is a great sort of everyday look. I think you could wear this for every day. I don't think it's too much. The eyes are just enough for kind of like going to work, or I guess you could refer to this as like a daytime smoky. I think it's really pretty, very easy to do. So what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of black liner. I'm going to darken up this outer corner just a little bit, darken up this lower outer corner just a little bit to turn this into more of a nighttime look. But before I do that, I'm just going to zoom in so you guys can see how this looks. I think it's very pretty. I like it. Very pretty look. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of my L'Oreal eyeliner, and this is in black. Yeah, just black. So this is just going on my waterline. Go ahead and put it on the upper as well. A little bit more green on a really small brush here. And I'm just going to lightly blend that. I'm going to take a little bit of that along the lower lash line, and I'm going to go back to my accent brush. And I'm going to press this in right at the lash line here. Okay, so that's it. So that fast we went from more of like a daytime smoky to an evening. So very quick. I mean, you could do this at work. Just some black eyeliner. Take your little trio and a small brush and just do a little bit of smudging and blending, and it takes you 2 seconds and you're done. So I'm gonna go now. You guys have a great day, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.